Well, we stayed overnight in Bendigo and now we've taken about 100 k's deviation up to Echuca, a lovely little River Murray village. It's actually quite a large township, but some of it is quite historic and has been preserved quite well. So we're about to go on a paddle steamer. And here's some more vision of the old part of the port of Echuca. A bit closer up. And just to prove where we are, welcome to the port of Echuca. And this is absolutely free to look around, so it's a bit like one of those places where you usually pay to go in, but it's beautiful, absolutely wonderful. So let's head down there. I think in that direction might be where the ticket office is. Looking around here, beautiful little village, as I've already said. Well, very well done. So we'll keep walking. We are heading in the right direction, going down to the ticket office, get ourselves on the SS Canberra. There's the River Murray just down that way. Lovely warm day. I won't say hot, it's quite reasonable actually. And this indeed is the booking office. And of course, modern technology, QR codes, etc. And here we go. Bendigo port with all the paddle steamers docked up. There's one called the Bendigo. Not quite sure the name of that one there. More of a barge steamer, that one, rather than a paddle steamer. More of a barge. There's the SS Canberra. The people coming off of it, but we're going to be going onto it. So there we go. And there's a couple of other more modern ships, and way out there in the distance, a whole lot of other houseboats and various other things as well. You can tell it's genuine because it's a fairly basic looking paddle steamer, to be perfectly honest with you. These fancy paintwork or elaborate wood panellings. This is a genuine workhorse of the Murray River from over 100 years ago. This is the inside view of the paddle steamer, looking back onto the dock where we got on, and out the front and to the other side of the Murray. The water level's looking quite low, but it is summer after all. Australia in 1913 was a fishing vessel for the Connor family, a commercial fishing company at Bendigo. She was always busy on the river catching the Murray cod, which was then sourced to Melbourne as a delicacy at a very good price back then. Later on in 1944, the Canberra was sold to the Collins brothers of Bendigo, who started a tourism business for the first time on the Murray. So she was attracted with the superstructure and the upper deck, started transporting passengers like we are still doing now. She did that in Bendigo until 1966, when she arrived to Echuca to do the exact same thing, and she hasn't stopped ever since. The Canberra is unique in a sense that she has never given guilt or maintained by any of her family. She's always better on way. Never built, never sank, never abandoned. They work her entire. On our right hand side is an African loading barge named the D26. She was built in 1926 in Echuca for Murray River sawmill. This barge was transported Battle Steamer Adelaide. Such a barge was capable of carrying up to 400 ton of record. You can see the Echuca wharf on your right hand side, built in 1866. Its original length was over 330 meters. Back then Echuca was a very busy place with the riverboat trade and up to 200 paddle steamers involved in the trade, plus the barges, making the port of Echuca the third largest port in Australia after Melbourne and Sydney back then. But in the 1930s, this trade started to decline, mostly because of the extension of the railways. Eventually, paddle steamers became obsolete and were replaced by trains, as it was an easier, cheaper, and a more efficient way to transport cargo. As the trade was all over, the wharf was also obsolete and was dismantled during World War II. The timber was sent to Melbourne, usually burned as firewood in ammunition factories. Thankfully, the local council managed to preserve this last section of the wharf we still have today. But it's only a fifth of its original length. Paddle steamer Adelaide on your right hand side is the oldest paddle steamer you'll find in Australia and the third oldest in the world altogether, still operating. Built in 1866 in Echuca for Marine River Sawmill. She was transporting timber from Bar Forest to the mill in town. Capable of doing up to 4 loading barges such as the D26 we just passed. Next one up is paddle steamer Pevensey, built in 1910 in Echuca, started as a barge, then the mascot. She was upgraded in 1911 into this very large vessel. You can see today the Pevensey was transporting wool from the Pevensey station near Hay on the Marantiki River all the way down to the Echuca wharf where we are now. With the help of her barges, she was capable of transporting up to 1,000 barrels of wool in retrieve. The Pevensey looks familiar, this lady, because you have seen her in the TV miniseries The Rivers Run, very popular in the 1980s, and renamed for the occasion the Philadelphia. Next one up is the Alexander Arbuthnot, built in 1923, quadruple Arbuthnot sawmill and very last paddle steamer built for the paddle trade. She was transporting timber from Gamboa Creek in Bendigo. She sank in the 1940s. She then spent 30 years on the bottom of the river and was eventually rescued and rebuilt in the 1970s in Japan before she arrived in Echuca. In front of us, a few more privately owned paddle boats. The Britannia, the Blackjack, the Adventurers, the Pericuda, the Tiralura, and right at the back there is paddle steamer Ranger from 1909. Looking on your left this time. A couple more of the historical paddle boats.
Excuse me, sorry, I'm going to get some video of the engine.
If you have any questions for me, let me know.
Yeah, I don't know enough about them to have any questions.
Ah.
But,
I want to ask, the engine, the engine
Oh, she didn't say motor.
no, is the same idea. So I know nothing about paddle steamers. It's the same sort of idea as a steam train.
Yes, but way simpler.
Way simpler.
Yeah. So we don't, because we're not running really hard, you don't have to worry as much about those things like foaming. You're not rattling the car so quickly. You're taking your time and slowly getting it along. We don't run coal, we run wood. So So she's actually a lot slower moving.
She originally
Never. So the reason why is because we have what are called fire bars.
Yeah.
And so fire bars, as soon as you've got coal, it'll fall through. So you're going to have to tire and place it off. Whereas if you chuck a wood in, like I'm about to get down to go play with it.
Not much from last year. You may have heard that Echuca, many of the towns on the river, but flooded. The river peaked at 94.98 meters above sea level, which is at least another 7 meters from what we are now, making the flood of 2022 the third highest ever recorded in the town after the 1870 and the 1867 floods.
Might just get around and get the angle of the fire there. That's it. Oh, look at that. That's not money shot.
Welcome aboard the paddle steamer Canberra, built in 1913. This girl's from 1923. Welcome to the engine room of the paddle steamer Canberra, where we're going to give you guys a bit of a look at how the boiler actually works. So that's the crown up there. So all your heat and stuff from your smoke and actually goes through those tubes right over the back there. So it's what's called a single pass fire tube boiler. So if you want water, these are your sight glasses here. We're actually running right up at the minute in here. If I do that, some steam comes out the side. We're running on about 130 psi at the moment, but that's okay because we've got another trip after that. And this engine's actually what we call a compound steam engine. So if you have a look, your actual pistons in the middle there are different sizes and your valves are on either side. So that's how this particular steam engine works. And we've given her a big slug of air so the damper at the bottom's open. And give her a big roar and fire for you to have a look at.
Okay, so here's the steaming garage. We just got off of the SS Canberra, a lovely little tour. And we're now going to head through the touristy area, the port of Echuca, in the opposite direction to what we did earlier in the day. So we've got the port of Echuca building, and enter here to step back in time. So I don't know what that's all about. We probably won't be doing that though. Maybe next time we're up here. Here's the port of Echuca, welcome to Echuca sign, and then the Bridge Motel on the corner here. Free entry to museum at Echuca Wharf, and on the ground there is a map of old Echuca. So we're just going to go in and have a quick look, just to answer Andrew's question. We're going here to have a quick look at the museum after all, and we'll have a look at the Echuca Wharf from the wharf side. Plus it's also air conditioned in here, so very pleasant. And you can also buy paddle steamer tickets here, but since we've already been on the paddle steamer, we don't need to do that. Here we are, lovely Christmas decorations to say hello. And there's the display Against the Odds, an exhibition celebrating the remarkable endurance and milestones of two of Echuca's very special paddle steamers, Alexander Argonaut and the PS Canberra. Argonaut from 1923 to 2023, and Canberra from 1913 to 2023. We were on the Canberra, of course. 1859, the first wharf of Echuca is built. 2013, the Port of Echuca Discovery Centre opens. Timeline is on the wall there. We won't go through the details. Now we saw on the Canberra, we saw someone operating one of these ship's wheels. This is a model of the PS Success, built in 1877. There we go. This one's the PS Adelaide, which we saw moored up the river during our tour. Open the drawers to discover the cargo. Okay, well there you go. Games, obviously, for people up and down the river. I assume circus animals were transported. That's interesting. Okay, what have we got in this drawer? Wool. That's very obvious. That was, I would imagine, it's predominant transport, wool and wood, perhaps. Letters and mail, of course, up and down the river. All right. There's probably some more cargo down here, so let's have a look. This is the PS Canberra we were on. This is before the top deck was added, later on, when it became a tourist vessel. Okay. Business card from Boat Builder. Okay. There we go. What's that? Oh, of course, people. Naturally, people were a cargo. So, there we are. What else? Oh, some more people. Okay. Not surprisingly. This could get a bit tedious going backwards and forwards here. What's this? This is... Oh, okay. That's an engineer's certificate. Yeah, obviously it had to be certified. It wasn't as complicated probably back then as it was today. Just a bit of bit of work as a deckhand, and eventually you would work your way up. Oh, this is Alexander Sandy Argonaut, after one of the steamers has been named. Founder of the Argonaut sawmills. So obviously, as I was saying, transporting wood backwards and forwards by paddle steamer. Okay. The Argonaut was wrecked, and a letter was sent from Shepparton and Goulburn Valley Historical Society in '75, and it looks like they salvaged the wreck. So there we go. That's why we can see it now, moored up. So there's a model of it. Rather impressive looking ship, no doubt. Okay, some other contents. So, assume that was some sort of dinner invite. It looked like it was. Launching ribbon. Okay, so there we go. Steam engine used to drive the PS Pennisfee auxiliary generator, apparently. There's just some items for awaiting historical preservation. The sign says redevelopment enhancements at the Port of Echuca Discovery Centre Museum and Wharf. So it's a project that they're currently doing, obviously. And there's Andrew. It's an old Furphy cart. That looks like a nice chair to be sitting in. Don't think it's there to sit in, but there you go. Not quite sure. Oh, rudder collection. Alright, so that's the steamship's rudder. Rudder of the PS Canberra, obviously well beyond restoration there, not surprisingly. And the rudder of the PS Pennisfee. Again, completely rotted out. Not surprising. Not surprising at all. And this last one here, what's this the rudder of? The PS Alexander Argonaut. So there you have it. So, yes, seemingly all rudderless. By the way, as always, wonderful views out over the river. I need to stop using that word. Okay, let's see what is down here. This looks quite interesting. Let's go through this gate here. Doesn't say I'm not allowed to, so I assume I am. And I imagine this would be some sort of conveyor belt type system for moving logs or something. Oh, saw. Maybe it's a sawmill. Okay, just saw the saw on the side there. Okay, looks like it could be a sawing mill from one of the local mills around here. We'll see if I'm right if we get some more information further on, which we might well do. So, I would assume that conveyor belt goes down and drives the conveyor belt along that way, and I imagine that's where the saw is, also probably powered using that pulley over there connected to the steam engine in some way. Can't be quite sure how, but this is definitely the steam engine house by the looks of it. And there we are. So that's steam engine which is working, which is good. And I think we can spy someone over here who might be able to give us some more information. Although this does say here the docking saw and order blackboard. Timber having been cut to the required length and width was passed across the skids to the docking saw where it was cut to length and then stacked ready for dispatch. So I imagine this is where it's cut and this is where the docking saw where it's cut to length. A blackboard was located on the building site of the sawmill. The orders were written in black on the blackboard so the miller knew the amount of timber required of particular sizes. This is definitely a mechanic's dream house. In fact, we have a very studious looking mechanic or engineer here working on this machine. Yep, no oil pumps here, it's all done by hand. I assume that is the oil you're putting in there. Got to keep them well maintained, I imagine.
Yeah, well, fill them up when we finish and they're ready for whoever runs it the following day, whether it be yourself or someone else, yeah.
There'd be a whole team, I guess.
Yeah, about 5 of us.
Alright, nice. Do you maintain the engines on the riverboats as well?
No, just here.
Just here?
Okay. Blokes that run those boats, run those motors, look after them.
Okay.
Yeah, we just look after everything.
Nice. So this would have been where they cut the wood initially, and then over there is where they trimmed it, or?
No, that's where they would have cut it.
They would have cut it over there, okay.
Here, it's just been put up as a decoration.
Oh, right. Oh.
For people to look at.
Okay. Well, it had me stumped.
It's good to see going up there, nice and slow.
Yeah, and back to how it looked originally. And I bet it will feel nicer being back to work too. I bet the engine will feel nicer being back to work too. Have some load to pull and.
Fruit, I don't think it'll make much difference.
Yeah, good point. Okay. All right. See ya. Now it's time for the exit. Okay, carrying on our journey back to the car up the other end of the street from where we came down. Lovely rustic looking buildings, trying to recapture the theme and the essence of the olden days, but there's plenty of modern stuff there as well. The wharf frontage, lovely weeping willow, the odd wagon or two, winery across the road, steam whistle in the background. So at least they've tried to capture the essence, and as I said, they're not charging for it, which is pleasantly surprising. So the money they're earning is purely from drinks and whatnot. And down here there is the remnants of the railway that used to service the port. And as I say, over the road, the winery, rather exotic looking house, Star Hotel, place where you purchase the tickets and then back to the main road. So we just go past a couple more stores and then we'll say goodbye from Echuca. I think that's what the whistle was saying actually. Wishing you all a happy Merry Christmas, and indeed that seems to be the atmosphere at the moment. Season greetings from Port of Echuca, and there is Andrew waiting. Of course, the obligatory antique photographs We saw that with the Ned Kelly exhibition in Glenrowan. And Whistle Stop, which I assume is some sort of cafe. Oh, it's actually a studio gallery, so there you go. And the last one here. Okay. It's called the log buggy. This is carrying logs. And Andrew's going to have a look in there, the penny arcade. Which looks like a post office. Not sure if it is. There's a post box over there, but no, maybe not. Okay, while he's doing that, let's point out there is a steam train back there. And there's a bridge over the little railway line as well. Just some details about the log buggy. If anyone's interested, you can pause the video and have a read. Let's just go past it. And there's the bridge that's going across the rails to the sheds, and the steam train that's sitting there. So there we have it. That is the Port of Echuca.